Hello everyone, Martin here, back with another Legacy video. Today playing one of the Legacy classics, which is Izzet Delver of Secrets. So playing Blue-Red Delver. This is a list that I am trying out, which is sort of the evolution or uh, devolution, is that a word? Of what Blue-Red Delver could look like now that Expressive Iteration has been gone for a while. I know like a lot of people have talked about the card Predict, and it is no Expressive Iteration, but it does have pretty significant value in in combination with Dragon's Rage Channeler, to a lesser extent MISCHIEF Bauble, and we are just like a cantrip deck with Brainstorms and Ponders. So, and you do sometimes get to just do the Expressive Iteration thing in quotation marks, where you like you trade 1-for-1 and sometimes 2-for-1 with Force, and then at some point you start rebuilding, accruing the card advantage. Other than that, this is a pretty, I think, stock list. I have decided to add Spell Snare, one in the main deck and one in the sideboard, and this is primarily for, well, I won't say primarily for anything really, but there are just, I think, a lot of relevant 2-drops that can cause this deck problems. One being Stoneforge Mystic, Staff of the Storyteller is everywhere, Baleful Strix is a card that's really annoying to play against, so I think it makes sense. And I think what this deck is going to struggle with is like Jeskai control. So hopefully, like with our 4 red blast, 1 blue blast, sorry, and these 2 maddening hexes, hopefully we can we can see if we can go toe to toe with them if we meet them. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it for the deck tech. So I'm gonna jump into the league. All right. Round 1 on the draw. I think we can keep this. We get blown out by turn 1 combo shenanigans and Chalice turn 1, Chalice for 1, also not great. This Mystic Sanctuary is kind of ugly, but yeah, I think it's all right all told. I think I am going to play Delver of Secrets off island here. And we'll see where this takes us. So do they have like minor misstep here or Daze? Yeah, minor misstep, okay. So this would put it on either like blue-white X control or Delver Mirror, I would assume. Let's see what this Ponder does. They do not shuffle. And they have another basic land coming, so this Wasteland is looking a little bit anemic. I think I'm going to Brainstorm here, try and get rid of a couple of these cards. Let's get rid of the Sanctuary, and we'll keep hold of the Wasteland, I think. And I don't mind, like, it's between Ponder and Dragon's Rage Channeler. I think I'm going to Ponder and then at least get a Surveil effect off of Channeler next turn. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I think this is okay, even though neither of these 2 cards, Daze and Lightning Bolt, are traditionally great against control decks. But Daze, like if they get greedy on a 3-drop, we can get payoff from Daze. And the Bolt can always go face and could also like kill a Fairy Mastermind or something like that. Okay, so top of the deck is a Misty Rainforest. Let's try this. And let's try this, and I'm smelling the Mastermind here. So let's dump this Misty Rainforest into the graveyard, and let's let them cast their No, okay, that's interesting. Um, kind of like all of these cards. Kind of like them all. Maybe not the bauble so much. Yeah, I'm gonna put bauble on top, and then if I like I guess drawing the bauble isn't the worst, but I would kind of like to skip it. So if I force something here or a bolt, we can put it into the graveyard. Okay, smells like a plow. Oh, a shark typhoon. Okay, sure. They have a 1/1 shark. Baby shark, doot 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 doot. You know how it goes. Yeah, this gets ended in a prismatic way. And there's a land we can wasteland. So let's see what they've got cooking on their next draw step. A fetch land. Makes this wasteland kind of unappealing, but yeah. The question is if we drop down the Murktide now, or if we wait. We won't be drawing another blue card next turn. So I don't mind actually playing it now and just hoping they don't have plow, or if they do, you know, we can decide to fight over that. Okay, we're drawing a Dragon Trace Channeler, so let's try and see if we can keep it close to what do you call it? Delirious. Yeah, let's go like this. If it enters, it's a 6/6, and that's pretty big. And we're just an instant away from having Delirium again. So they drew a Flooded Strand, but decided not to. I think I'm gonna let this happen and then try and ride the Dragonfish Channeler. They're ways away from having Mystic Sanctuary online. Let's play DRC. Hope they don't have like Snapcaster, which would be annoying. Yeah, this isn't a pleasant matchup. There's Narset. I think I'd rather keep Force and then just bolt her. Okay, I'm gonna let them draw Force because we have extra plow in case it comes up. We could also bolt the shark and then just kill Narset with no. I think we wanna bolt her. Now we have Delirium again. I think I will draw the Brainstorm. Let's attack. And I think I am not going to fire off this Brainstorm now. So Teferi is probably going to come down now, and I think then I have to decide whether or not to fire off Lightning Bolt or what. And whether to force it. They do not shuffle. I think I am going to Brainstorm. Let's get rid of that one. Maybe I should have just Brainstormed on my turn then. Okay, so let's put back Bolt and Steam Vents on top. And I think we hard cast a Daze here, and then we soft cast, if that's a word, the other Daze once they pay. Let's put this into the graveyard. Then I think I'm actually just going to put the other Bolt into the graveyard too. I mean, eventually I would have bolted that shark, but I think it's fine. I think we can do better if we draw like another creature. Are they going to force us here? No. And they just attack. All right, all right, all right. That was a good draw. Let's get the attack in. And let's put this bad boy on the stack. And I think I'm going to leave the one lightning bolt and make this a 7/7. Because it might come up that we want to Mystic Sanctuary the lightning bolt and kill them. Okay, they go land pass. Interesting. Land here is a little bit of a bummer. Okay, let's see. What do they have? It's the 6 mana. Oh, it's a big shark. Okay, so that eats our DRC. Was to make the sacrifice, and I think maybe it's going to be about protecting Murktide. Maybe I should play land in that case. I wonder if that was one of those brainstorms you were supposed to force. Ugh. I think I am supposed to attack here. If they have another Shark Typhoon, they can kill our friend here. Okay. It appears as though they do not. Fetch Mystic Sanctuary, maybe? No, okay. I think that means they don't have it, because they could have just gone for Plow. Wandering Emperor. Okay. I'm going to have to try and force that one. See if they... Ah, okay. So, Murktide gets exiled, and we are not looking too hot right now. Brainstorm would be good. Or any creature I'll take. Right. Drew a Predict. Exactly when Predict is not really good. Obviously, had this been Expressive Iteration, we're talking a different game. So this is like an exemplification of where Predict is like clearly not that great, but you know, a banned card's a banned card, and this, so they don't have like Hull Breacher or something nasty. Yeah, let's oh, not even here the Predict is particularly good. Because if we want to use it right now, we will have to draw one of these two lands. I suppose drawing the volcanic. I mean, if we bin the volcanic, then we can only fetch the steam vents here. I don't think it matters a whole lot, but it might matter a little bit. So let's go like this, and I'll cast Predict on the Flooded Strand as soon as they aren't representing a hard cast Force of Will. So maybe never. Okay. Right. That was -2 to do that, right? Okay. All right. Let's see if this draws a counter spell. I hope not, but it might. Okay. Well, good thing we put the Flooded Strand on top, so we at least do not have to draw the other one. Okay. And I don't know if I'm supposed to leave the bolt. I think I am going to leave the bolt in in the graveyard. Again, I do have Mystic Sanctuary available to me, and it does suck to make this a 4/4, but it can grow to 5/5. Like, it's going to grow either way, with either if we pay the delve cost with Bolt or if we Sanctuary the Bolt up. So I think it's fine. I'm not saying we want the Bolt for sure. Wow. Okay. Brutal. I think I am going to bite the bullet on this Bolt here. Just get Wandering Emperor off the table. But I mean, we are hellbent against their 2 cards, and that is not where we want to be as the Delver deck. I don't think they likely have 2 reactive cards of some sort. As well get the F6 value here. Another Wandering Emperor. Lovely. Ooh, yeah, I'm going to concede here, save some time. I am 4 minutes down on the clock, and I don't think we're getting back from this. All right, let's grab the second Spell Snare, and let's grab all these red blasts. Probably a blue blast. And the Maddening Hex. Maybe Brazen Borrower, I'm not sure. So that's a lot of cards. I think we can shave at least a couple of bolts. We can shave at least 3 of the Wastelands. Probably shave a couple of Dazes. And maybe 2 Brazen Borrowers is not where we want to be at. And maybe we even shave the last Wasteland. Maybe that's too bad, because we end up being a 15 land deck. But I really just I think Wasteland is pretty embarrassing versus the whatever 7 basic land deck. Yeah, let's keep this. They will have a ton of removal available to them here. We will have to wade through it. All right. Let's I'm actually am I going to brainstorm here? No, I'll take the draw. Okay. Delver doesn't flip. I expect Delver to die anyways. Okay, Delver connects. Let's play another Delver here. And then I'm gonna probably end of turn Brainstorm on their turn. They were pausing here. Okay. They wonder if you have any interest in pyroblasting or minor misstepping a Brainstorm here. Okay, so they kill one of the Delvers. Holy moly. It's a lot of creatures. Which probably is fine. They are a little bit of ways away from casting Supreme Verdict. Sucks to have to reveal Force of Will here, but smells like a plow. Smelled like they were debating on whether or not to pull the trigger before or after I flipped it from 1 power to 3 power, but I could be reading too much into it. Okay. I'm gonna probably go hell for leather here. If they're sitting on Supreme Verdict in hand, then this is obviously gonna not turn out well for me. Or if they have like engineered explosives or something, but I don't think I win the long game here. But yeah, we'll see. Hydroblast. Okay. So let's attack here and make a 4/4. We could have paid for like 1 more of the delve cost to have Dragonfish Channeler be closer to to Delirious, but okay, they have 4 mana now. They are fetching, so might just be lights out for us. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, damn. Well, I mean, it was a calculated risk on my part that they didn't have one of their 2 Supreme Verdicts without having like cantrip ones. So I don't think we'll be coming back from this, but we'll see. We have been drawing a lot of creatures, and they are at 9. Alright. They might as well let us get this. Okay. That's not it. So, right now they can make a 2/2 Shark if they have Shark Typhoon, which I can't interact with. But I mean, that's going to get us a next turn too. It'll only then trade with the Delver, so I am going to swing here. Yep, they had it. Yeah, okay. So we are getting pummeled. Oh, it's terrible. I think what we need to draw like a Maddening Hex and hope that somehow is enough. Yeah, I don't feel like playing against Narset, but I am way open to like a Red Blast here, which they have. Okay. Yep, concede. All right, got our butts kicked versus Jeskai Control. Let's see if we can do better for round number 2. All right, on the draw once more. Let's see if we can shake the defeat off us. This is obviously, like, if we have to force on turn 1, this hand is quickly sort of unraveling, but I think it's a good enough hand to keep. Again with the basic island and draw Wasteland number 2. Let's bobble ourselves to see if we want to play the fetch land and fetch. No, I think we want the DRC. So let's grab that one. I'm hoping this isn't another blue-white control deck. Things aren't looking good though about that. Okay, the Daze is really good though, because I am half expecting a Fairy Mastermind here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brainstorm, and then if they have the Mastermind, I'll Daze it, and then I'll play Dragon's Race Chandler. Okay, so let's put back Wasteland and Mystic Sanctuary, and let's play DRC. So no Fairy Mastermind. This could be a combo deck. Could be like the elusive, rarely seen High Tide. But I'm doubting it. What's this? Oh, it's Cephalid Breakfast. Okay, cool. So they play Malevolent Hermit. That's a nasty card. Indeed. Cavern of Souls. Alright. Is the other side also Wizard? It is. Okay, well, that can't be countered. Okay, well, I'm glad I kept one Wasteland here. I'm gonna fire that off. I'm just gonna pass the turn. Not feeling like attacking and trading with the creature with Disturb. Okay, they have so 3 basic islands. I don't think it's Cephalid Breakfast. I think it is a Thassa's Oracle, Paradigm Shift, potentially Thought Lash kind of deck, but not sure. Okay, well. We're not really like going anywhere. I think like a cantrip kind of sets our hand off here. But I do also feel like we probably need to start going places. So I'm gonna. Where am I? So this sort of puts a mystical dispute on any non-creature spell I cast. So with 3 open mana, I can force. Question is if I risk losing the game if I Murktide this turn. I don't think I do. I think I am going to cast Murktide here. It's only going to be a 4/4. But, you know, that also has some merit, I would say. Oh, they force it. Well, I'm not going to force back because then they just sack the Hermit, so. Okay. Okay, and they did pitch Thassa's Oracle. Come on, cantrip. Any cantrip. Nope. Yeah. There's a debate to keep the second fetch land in hand for a future brainstorm, but I do want to be able to force and pay for the Hermit, so. Which is acting like goddamn moat right now. The 5th island. Alright, rock on. No wasteland for me. Cantrip. Yay! Look at that. We got a cantrip. Get the double surveil sweetness going. Just need 2 types now, or actually just 1. They sack him. I think I'm gonna just let the ponder not happen and take my surveil value here. Just come on. Creature. Yeah, I think we're good on creatures. Instant, yes, thank you. Okay, so now, yeah, now they are going to be delirious. And let's get the beats going. And they're going to disturb this, which I'm going to force. So hopefully they don't have like another cavern here. If they do, then that's a potential problem. And we have to force the Benevolent Geist because it basically blanks our hand. So. What's this? Mirror of Fate. Choose up to 7 face-up exiled cards you own. Exile all those cards from your library, then all the cards, then put the chosen. Okay, so this is like. Wow, this is cool. This is like a pseudo Doomsday. So you sacrifice this, and then you basically make a new library of up to 7 cards that you own face down. I suppose this would have to be from your sideboard, but you can just make it like a Thassa's Oracle. I don't think I'm going to be happy with this in play. We could double Daze, but I think I'd rather keep Daze plus Force, or like Daze, like Force now, but then if we can find a blue card, we have Force, Daze. Could also draw the Lightning Bolts. That does cut 1 turn off the clock, but I think not. No, actually, that was a mistake, because if they disturb the dude, yeah, I'm gonna draw this Lightning Bolt. Thank you very much. Okay, so they have Force, pitch Flusterstorm. So what's the play here? They exile and then make a deck. It would have to be Cavern plus. I think I'm gonna let this happen. Yeah, I'm gonna let this happen now because they have no cards, and they will have to. I think, take an extra turn to do this because of my Force of Will. Like if they just make their deck Thassa's Oracle now. Okay, they draw a card. Okay, interesting. Okay, here we go. This is so cool. I've never seen this card before. So they choose 1 card, it says. But now they pass and I have lethal. I don't get this. Benevolent Geist. Okay. Benevolent Geist is in play. Benevolent Geist is gone. They should concede. Right. Okay. Okay, cool. Excuse me. Okay, we want the red blasts, obviously. I think we want Maddening Hex. Seems like good value. I think Spell Snare is fine. So those are the cards we want. I don't think we want all 4 bolts. We may not want all Dazes. We certainly don't want 4 Wastelands. Although having one for that Cavern of Souls would be kind of nice. I think we can cut a Bauble and a Predict. And maybe like a Murktide. Yeah, this seems... Maybe I should have kept Predict number 3 and then like cut a second thing. I'm gonna keep this greedy hand with Mystic Sanctuary as the only embarrassing land. They mulligan to 6. Okay. And they just pass? Or was that... Maybe that was a misclick. Yeah, that was misclick. Come on, land. No, not that land. All right, well, this is going to be very embarrassing if they tab out for the stupid Malevolent Hermit now. Yep. Damn. Okay. Well, we got what we deserved for keeping that. All right. I think we don't need that many forces. And so let's get Dragon's Channeler going here, and that's looking okay. I think like we can force, then they hermit it, and then we force again. Defense grid. Yikes. What to do here? So I force, they hermit. I force again, and that might actually be what I have to do here. Then next turn they put in the other the flipped side of this, and I can bolt it. I think I actually have to, as much as this pains me, do this. We also get a lot of nice surveil action. I'm gonna put this into the graveyard, even though this could actually end up making us able to cast through a defense grid. Okay. No, I don't wish to pay, because I can't. And then I will force this. Yeah, let's put this in. Like, even though having access to 2 red mana would be kind of agreeable here. Guess we got that anyways. Okay, well, that was a lot of card disadvantage. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, they disturbed the Benevolent Geist. And I'm gonna sit on... maybe no, I should have... Oh, I should have bolted. Oh, I'm so bad at playing this deck. I should have bolted to get my surveil. To control my draw step. Damn. Well, like, we shouldn't compound one mistake with another. I do think like getting the surveil now and getting the attack in is good. This doesn't give us delirium, and I think I'd rather draw this to get a good creature going next turn. I think I do play out my my Blue Delta, just in case I need to Pyroblast something and pay for a Spell Piercer or whatever. Powder Keg. Okay. So Dragon's Rage Channeler has 1 more turn left to live. It's a good thing we're drawing something bigger and better. Alright. Let's get Murky Murk into play. And it will be a 7/7, so that's nice. Alright. Impulse. Yeah, this feels like it might be worth a counterspell. Also, get another Surveil before the Dragonfish Channeler is gone to the powder keg. Heck yes, I'll take a Brainstorm. And they didn't activate the powder keg. Oh, that's not how that works. Which one am I thinking of? Ratchet Bomb, right? Okay. So you may put a fuse counter on. Okay. What is this? Is this the mirror? The scroll of the mirror of the fate of the world or whatever? Yep. Can't stop that. Can't stop, won't stop. Does this require... This is just sacrifice, okay. They should do it now and not give me another, like, surveil off of the spell I'm drawing now. They do not. Okay. Yeah, let's put that into the graveyard. Okay, and now they do it. All right, well, I mean, this is what we can do now. We can make this a 8/8 by... No, we can't. Never mind. The Mystic Sanctuary is right there. Okay. Well, let's go. Love a lightning bolt, hey? 2 blue mana is being tapped here. Wizard cycling, that unfortunately is something we can't do anything about. There's Thassa. And okay, so if this enters the battlefield, they get to win. So let's hope they don't have like a Flusterstorm. Okay, looks like we survive for now. And let's, I suppose, get the Steam Vents. Why not? Why not? Come on, Lightning Bolt. No. Instead, Daze with my opponent sitting on 5 mana. Alright. Shields are down. Shields are down. Do you have another Oracle? Looks like they do. Yeah. Ah, shoot. Alright, let's let them have this win. Choose up to 7. You know, maybe they'll choose 3. You never know. Alright, cool beans. They get there. Let's go to the sideboard. Should I be considering surgical extraction for those guys, those malevolent hermits? Probably not. I don't know. I think this is fine. Alright, let's see if we can do better than the Mystic Sanctuary one-lander here. Yeah, I think this is a good hand. We have the Spell Snare for their on-curve play. And we get to get Surveil value off this bauble. And let's draw this Ponder. Let's surveil them. Step through. All right, that is something we can't interact with. Right. Why don't we... Actually, let's brainstorm, get rid of this wasteland and probably the steam vents. Let's put this into the graveyard. We're just like steamrolling towards Delirium, which we're gonna have now. put away steam vents, and maybe I'm supposed to keep hold of the wasteland because we got so many more lands. Just in case they get to like have a cavern that can like muck us up. Okay, so they take 3. Very happy with the turn 2 Delirious Dragontrace Chandler, and now we can spell snare their, hopefully, if they have a turn 2 play. Chalice for 1. Well, I think I will spell snare that. And let's put this into the graveyard in case they end up like forcing this this spell snare. Okay, they didn't, but I think it's we drew another one anyways. Let's attack and let's ponder. I think I'm gonna draw the bolt. And oof, I kind of also want the force. I don't think they will be killing us next turn. Let's draw the bolt, and we can play Delver. So now we have a force coming next turn, but no blue card. We could also just like flip Delver, and we are presenting a very short clock. Impulse. Okay, I'm not gonna aim my Pyroblast at that this time. Main phase Impulse. Okay. This is another Chalice. Okay, well we can't do anything about that, but we can bolt their face, get a scry, or sorry, surveil, see if we can trigger the Delver. Oh, well, I mean, I think we should trigger the Delver overdrawing a blind card, but obviously Brainstorm not what we want. But I'm gonna wasteland them, and then they'll be at 3. And and we just have to hope that that's too much for them to overcome on their one turn they get. That they can't, like, I don't know, do something that, like Devastation Tide or some nonsense that that would end the game. Powder Keg, not quick enough. This is it. Well, they didn't concede. Okay, they did concede. All right, sweet. Close call. It kind of felt like, but I don't know. Kind of like really cool deck. All right, on to the next round. All right, round number 3 on the play. Yeah, let's keep this. So let's play Delver and do the bauble trick where we maximize our chance of flipping Delver. Let's so we pass and we have to bauble on our opponent's turn. Plains. Okay. I suppose I'll just bauble the opponent then. And they have Ponder, so this is blue-white control, probably Jeskai. I think I'll be happy to get rid of my wasteland. So let's do that. And then maybe one of the Murktides, even though Murktide is like really good, I do think we might want the 3rd land. And I would like the Ponder, so I'm gonna play Delver number 2 here. They draw Ponder. Let's see where we stand. I could have kept, okay. I could have kept Spell Snare open for like if they had Stoneforge. 3rd Delver, go suck it. Let's ponder here. This is minor misstep, sure. How would you like Delver Secrets? Spell Snare is good for like Snapcaster Mage, which isn't on the table now. They shuffle. Oh, okay. And not removal. Okay, that's good. Blue Delta, not so good. But we can ensure a we can ensure jerk. We can ensure that Delver flips with Mystic Sanctuary if we want, which I think we probably do want. But heading into our opponent's fourth turn with them at 19 is not what we want. There's another Ponder. Not hate to see another shuffle. They do shuffle. Excellent. Okay. So I think I'm going to grab Ponder here to flip the Delver because we don't have a shuffle effect and I kind of like the cards in my hand. So I think Ponder is better than Brainstorm. We flip Delver. They plow Delver. Okay. I'm gonna reveal the Ponder anyways, you know. That was good. Let's clear away the polluted Delta. Draw the volcanic island and cast Murktide. I said Blue Delta. I think I meant Flooded Strand, right? Oh gosh, if not, then this is super embarrassing. Okay, good. I'm gonna leave the or should I? If they have like Snapcaster, I'm gonna be so super sad. I think I'm gonna leave open the Spell Snare. The cowards play, I know, but if they have Snapcaster Plow, then that's really damaging. Okay, let's cast this Murktide. And I'm gonna go with the fourth Delver and hope they don't have like we don't get blown out by Supreme Verdict. You will notice I'm not very good at playing around Supreme Verdict. They cycle a shark, sure. So this does look like the same deck we played in round number 1. 4 mana is a seriously Supreme Verdict. I am like running out of creatures here. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, bummer. I feel like I'm having some, the school of hard knocks here. How not to lose to the Supreme Verdict was not in my curriculum. I think maybe I'm supposed to put Daze back and keep the Wasteland, but I do want the shuffle over the Wasteland. Yeah, concession. Damn, I really need to respect Supreme Verdict more than I have been. All right, let's see if we can do this again. Still like the Maddening Hexes. Still think Spell Snare is probably pretty good, even though like it was like really bad. Obviously, there were no true drops, and it just sort of rotted in my hand. So let's get rid of these Wastelands. Let's get rid of some Dazes, I think. And maybe all the Dazes, or like keep one. Yeah, let's try this. Oh, that was so bad. I'm not sure, like, at the end there, if I'd kept the... Like, I was going to play the Murktide no matter what, but if I'd kept the Delver in hand, if that would really have changed things. Okay, I think, like, we could play this a little bit out. or just go hell for leather. I think maybe I am gonna look for a second land so that I can protect Delver with mental misstep, minor misstep, of course. Okay, so let's draw these cards in that order. So we get to. I'm gonna play out the bauble, but this way we get to play Delver, and then protect it with minor misstep and keep up, and ensure it flips. That's what I meant to say. All right, let's represent Bolt. Sorry, Pyroblast. This is minor misstep. I think I'm gonna defend this with minor misstep of my own. I am wholly expecting an instant white removal spell coming my way this turn, and by instant I mean like instantaneously, not just not only plow. It could be prismatic ending. None came. They might still have plow. In fact, they probably still do. Let's bauble ourselves here to see if we want what's on top. I think we do. I'm not even sure I'm supposed to play out the second the second creature now because of Verdict. Like, it is just such a beating. On the other hand, they have 6 cards in hand, and it would be kind of surprising if they had no way to engage with this one creature here. So I don't think this is gonna. Okay. Okay. This dies. I think I'm gonna play DRC then, and have like hold off on Brainstorm. Hydroblast. I think I will. Okay. Well, I'm not going to fight over that. And I'm gonna leave up Pyroblast in case they drop like a Narset here or something. Alright. Do you have more interaction here? Looks like you don't. Let's play DRC. Let's play Brainstorm and get the Surveil. Yeah, that can go into the graveyard. Oof, these are good cards. Gonna probably. No, I think I'd rather have the Delver over the Steam Vents. I expect to have to cast a spell between now and my next turn, so. Right. I would expect them to have like killed this if they had okay, dress down. Interesting. Sure, dress down happens. We could have spell snared that, but this is just a cycle, really. Let's play this out. And let's cast the Maddening Hex now. We can like fight over a counter spell, but not a Hydroblast. We can fight over probably not a lot. Okay, they plow this. That's fine. If they have Prismatic Ending, then that is well played on their part to not use it on the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Looks like they do. No, okay, it's Narset. Okay. Yes, take your 4. We can't spell snare Narset. The Wandering Emperor. Okay. So we have Delver coming here. Delver is in, I would assume. Any removal on Delver, they will have to throw the dice. Just not prismatic ending, please. Oh, no. Okay, well, they take 3. Yeah, I don't think we can really do anything about that. That's too bad. We need to flip. We do flip, okay. They have Pyroblast or what? Bummer. Yeah, I think we've lost now. Brainstorm is dead. We can't remove the Narset. They do only have 1 card in hand, but it is unfortunately a decent one in the Wandering Emperor. They have another Narset. Wow, look at you. Okay, maybe we'll get lucky and they won't play around the 1 Daze. Ruination. That's a 4-mana spell if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we will get Daze value. That's something. Yes, the turn 8 Daze, Singleton Daze. Alright, so what would be best case scenario here? I think it's the second. It's probably the second Maddening Hex. Or Lightning Bolt on Narset, I'll take that for sure. And then Brainstorm. Bummer. I suppose we will do like this. We will force the Wandering Emperor, and we'll be Hellbent. And they'll have 1 card. Are they really giving us a land drop here for Hardcast Force? I love that. So their hand is Wandering Emperor X. Oh. Ah, okay. Yikes. This is a big boy. It's a 5/5. We could get Mystic Sanctuary to bolt them to 2, but that's 2. Obviously, and another Narset. Okay, I think I do need to... kill that. Or counter that, I mean. So what do we want here? Probably Ponder? Could have gone for Bolt, but like they would be a 2. So is their last card we don't know about a Pyroblast? Okay, they cycle. Alright, cool. It was a cycling land. That means no Wandering Emperor now, though, so that's good. Come on, Maddening Hex. Not Maddening Hex, but Murktide Regent. So I kind of dig that. So let's predict Ponder, draw Murktide Regent, play Murktide Regent. Alright, let's get rid of 5 instants or sorceries. So shields are down now if they draw like removal for Murktide. And we can't Daze the Mystic Sanctuary back. Our only Daze was used. So what happens here if we just make another big Murktide, and then on the subsequent turn we swing? They will flash in the Wandering Emperor, kill 1 Murktide, and they can jump the other one. Is that really different from doing it now? So we have a 13/13. And I'm not going to attack here. This kind of means they have to not play the Wandering Emperor, I think. Looks like they are playing it though. Or is this another shark? Okay, another shark. Sure. And these sharks mean business. Looks like these spell snares aren't really paying off at all. Like there hasn't been, I think, 1 to 2 CMC spell yet. Okay. Okay, so they had a Pyroblast. And a Plow? Jeez, okay. Well, we're back to probably dead soon. One turn. Have to draw another Bolt. Maddening Hex, not good enough. Oh, Jesus. Alright, well, we got crushed. Well, not crushed. I think the second game was decent at least. I think, like I said earlier, I really need to start respecting Supreme Verdict more out of these decks. That I think cost us game one. I'm not sure if I would have if I would have won even if I didn't play into it, but it certainly didn't help. Um, yeah, I think game two was really cool actually. I think yeah. I honestly was expecting like Snapcaster Mages and or Staff of the Storyteller and or Fairy Mastermind, but this deck seemed to have none of those cards, and thus I think we really paid a price for having Spell Snare. And like in both games, I died with Spell Snare in my hand, but yeah, and that's a lesson for sure. Okay, let's try and recover for round number 4. All right, on the draw for round number 4, opponent mulligans to 6. I'm going to keep this one lander, but it's a non-basic. Or sorry, it's a basic. So that's interesting. All right. Ooh, Underground Sea, my old friend. They do not shuffle. Okay, so this could be Doomsday, could be Cephalid Breakfast, could be like Bug Control or Bug Zenith or something. I'm gonna start out with Delver, get the pressure on. I think that's like when most of the time when I'm playing a an Underground Sea deck, what I least want to see out of Delver is a turn 1 creature. So, and we do have a Daze to interact in case they have something. Oh, it's Death Shadow. I would assume him. I'm gonna Daze. They play Daze, but gonna take the chance here. If they Daze back, it's like pretty big. If especially if they get my snow covered land, which they did Daze back, and they did take the land. Oh crap. Okay. Okay. Let's not reveal, but that was lucky. That could have gone disastrously wrong. This is a bummer they took our DRC, but let's see. Whenever I play Death Shadow, I feel like Delver is a pretty tricky matchup because you really have to pace your the damage you deal to yourself because they play bolts and just a fast clog in general. Okay, let's flip Delver off of Spell Snare and not draw the Murktide yet because I think I'd rather have a land, to be honest. And if they have another him, we have another Daze. Strix, I definitely want to Daze that. Hope they don't have a second Daze of their own. They do. Oh, so rude. Well, guess what would have been nice here? An untapped mana and a Spell Snare, but well, can't get them all. Do I flip this even to reveal a Spell Snare? I don't think so. I think I just send it in. I would very much assume that they are going um, to trade. Yep. So no need to reveal my Spell Snare. I'm gonna, in case they have Wasteland, I don't want it to be a factor on this turn. Okay. So I think, you know, one of their 4 cards is Underground Sea. Okay, I'm gonna brainstorm here. Yeah. Think probably we go like this and we decide, depending on what happens, whether or not they have a brainstorm. Yeah, I'm just not sure. Just not sure if I want to predict, because that means drawing, like that means not fetching now. Or if I just want to hold on to the predict. Looks like a Murktide. Yeah. The old 8/8 Murktide. If they have Snuff Out, then like us making a Murktide is not going to be good enough. I think I will predict here and name Polluted Delta. They don't have like second or third Daze, so then we'd have to pay. Okay, that was not really that exciting. But at least like we can hopefully like get a big Murktide going next turn. Him, okay. I am going to Spell Snare that. Do you have Daze number 3? You do not, okay. So let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 6 things in the graveyard. So let's say we can make both of these 8/8s. Okay, this switches off Mystic Sanctuary right now, but that's okay. Let's hope you don't have, so like we need 1 to be an instant or sorcery for the first one we cast. Oh. Oh no. Well, our whole little plan didn't work. But at least we will get to offer up a trade here. I'm assuming this means they don't have Snuff Out. Or they would have, I think, Snuff Out, cast Snuff Out instead of a Force there. Is this Strix? What's blue-black mana here? Well, we are going to offer the trade. If they have another Murktide, that's pretty bad. Death Shadow, okay, sure. Currently a 1/1, can become a 4/4 at instant speed. So how do we deal with Death Shadow in game 1? I guess like Brazen Borrower. Oh, I'm gonna play out the bauble here. Okay, I hope they don't draw another threat, basically. Okay, they him our Wasteland. Suppose I should have played that out. But hopefully it won't make a huge difference here. They make their due to 4/4 and swing. So I drop to 6. I'm not gonna trade. Okay, so we're drawing Dragon's Rage Channeler. So that means we want the Delver trigger to trigger last. So let's draw the Chandler off the bauble. And get completely screwed. What to do here? So I think we play the DRC. We attack with Delver. And we probably chump. I suppose we could go to 1. Oh, okay, never mind. They have us. It was a good draw from them. So they kill our DRC, and that takes the Death Shadow from a 6/6 or a 5/5. No, it was a 4/4, right? So it becomes an 8/8. All right, GG's. Okay, so here is another spell snare matchup you would like to think. Price of Progress seems good. Maddening Hex, maybe not. Pyroblast is kind of feeble versus all the black spells with black mana symbols, but it does do a wonderful job at clearing Baleful Strixes and Murktides. I think we want to cut our Force of Will effects, and kind of doubtful if the game is going to sort of be of a nature that allows for like long game predict shenanigans. Yeah, maybe cut 1 predict, 2 predicts, and 1 bauble. I'm gonna try this. We could be cutting like wastelands. That might be a thing we ought to consider, but yeah. Okay. Let's ignore this Mystic Sanctuary in our hand and just like fetch a Volcanic and play Dragon's Reach Channeler. I would have liked a Daze here, but no such luck. Shock that in, no fear. Thoughtseize probably, yeah. What do you take here? Several good takes, I think. Okay, it seemed like they were not in doubt. So let's brainstorm here. If they daze this, I might just daze it back to get back my blue mana or red mana. Put this in the graveyard. This will make Dragon's Reach Channeler delirious. Put back Mystic Sanctuary. Predict. Play a second DRC. I think now is the time to pounce. We have Daze, and I'm okay not keeping open Pyroblast this 1 turn. And him, I'm gonna Daze. Sudden Edict. Okay. I suddenly edict my Dragon's Reach Channeler. Okay. That obviously is a little bit of a bummer, but yeah, it is what it is. Let's see. Death Shadow. Okay. Interesting. So they can they can't kill us outright next turn, but they can do a lot of damage. They'll as a minimum it'll be a 7/7. They can make it an 11/11 if they should feel like it. I'm actually gonna draw this because this lets me Mystic Sanctuary back bolt. Yeah, let's go like this. Yep, I'm now gonna Pyroblast this My Pyroblast is going to be aimed at Baleful Strix. Hopefully they don't find another Sudden Edict. Or I suppose even like Fatal Push. Anything like that would be a big problem. But if I get them to 6 here, we have Bolt, Sanctuary Bolt. And hopefully they can't like do anything about that. We have Pyroblast for if they have Force of Will. Okay. They wisely do not play straight into the Bolt. Now Wasteland, I'm gonna Pyroblast this. Wasteland can like mess up Mystic Sanctuary. I'm going to keep Predict on top just in case it becomes relevant. They force. Okay. Wow, this Wasteland, if they play correctly, it's going to be like really, really good for them. Okay, well, Force resolves. Strix resolves. I'm taking 9. And let's see. Like, even if they were to, if they play correctly with the Wasteland here, I think we still have, like, we still have a decent enough chance to find something. Alright, now's the time to Wasteland. Did they see it? Yeah, they do. Alright, cool. So we don't get the Brainstorm, which I just seen. Oh, I shouldn't. Well, I was gonna say I shouldn't have fetched, but I mean, all right. Tell you what. Here is me casting Delver and then dazing it to get the Surveil. Yeah, we don't want Spell Snare. We basically want. I'm gonna pay for Daze, yes. We basically want like a Lightning Bolt or a Cantrip to find Lightning Bolt. We have to attack now into the Baleful Strix. And we're dead to any removal spell, basically. Well, our opponent played well. They got their reward on that Wasteland. And they get a Ponder. That's nice. Any Sudden Edict, any Fatal Push, any... Not Snuff Out, they can't cast Snuff Out, but any of those spells will do it. They shuffle. Okay, so at least they didn't find Deterministic Kill there. Okay. Come on. Lightning Bolt. Strix, sure. This doesn't matter. We're dead or we're not. Wasteland, sure. It means like we can't go cantrip into Bolt. Come on. Well, still a chance. Should I bobble myself? Yeah, I'm gonna bobble myself. Needs to be Brainstorm or Lightning Bolt, and it is neither. Okay, GG's opponent. Well, 1-3, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can recover and make this a 2-3. I do feel like I'm not doing the deck that much justice, at least not in the control matchups, but there's also a lot to be learned, I think. All right, let's see how we do for round number 5. All right, round number 5, trying to salvage half of our pay-in or buy-in. And gonna keep Caracas Esper Sentinel, right? Okay, interesting. So it's between wastelanding the Caracas and hoping that that like gets them, or like getting Delver online. I think I'm gonna try and go for the Caracas. I don't feel very good about this, but anyone leading on Caracas can't have the most stable mana in hand. They have another white source. Okay, this is. I'm not sure. Does Death and Taxes play Esper Sentinel? Maybe so. Okay, I'm gonna play Delver here. Maybe I will regret that for not leaving up Spell Snare for their turn 2 or their turn 3 2-drop, but I don't want to give them cards ideally off of the Sentinel if it can be helped, which it probably can't. But Ingenious Smith. Okay, so this is like an artifact collected company kind of thing, or whatever. No, when it comes in the row, 4 cards. Whenever one or more artifacts interest the battlefield. Okay. So they get to look at the top 4 cards, grab an artifact, and then it has like, it gets bigger for every artifact that you cast. Okay, so that's going to take my Delver. Go on, flip. No! Tell you what, I think I am going to play second Delver, because I think if we are to win, excuse me, if we are to win this game, it'll be from like racing with 2 flying flip Delvers. And so when they go portable hole here, I am going to minor misstep it and give them the card off of Esper Sentinel. I think that is worth it here. So no, I can't pay. They get to draw. They could have a plow or another portable hole, I guess. Soul Guide Lantern. Okay, that's not terrible. I mean, obviously, eventually they will outrace my 2 Delvers. If this Smith just grows, I'll take 3. And then I would really love, so much in fact, would I love Delvers to flip that I think I'm going to brainstorm in my upkeep. And I'm going to pay so they don't draw any more cards here. I'd like to draw Force of Will. They're pausing here, which makes me fear that they have like subtlety. What's it called? A Solitude. Okay. So I'm gonna flip Revealing Ponder, and then I'm going to not like cast any spell this turn, and then keep open Force of Will that I can pay for the Sentinel attacks, and then I can also, in a pinch, Spell Snare and give them a card. So this is like, at least until they show us a flyer, this is okay, I think. Okay, Grindstone is fine. Obviously not if they then go like Cavern on a Scarecrow and then Cavern in Painter, but yeah, this is what it is. And now they have 4 power and I have 6, so 2 more artifacts and we are like getting in trouble, in scary territory. Bolt is really good. Bolt will shave a turn off the clock. I'm not gonna, like, Bolt is strictly going face here. Let's see how we go. There is Painter, but they don't have 3 mana, so And I have lethal on them, so let's assume this is going to be good enough. Sure, I take 5, go to 5, and bolt ya. Splat. I mean, they could have double solitude here. Okay, they don't. I didn't want to. I did get ahead of myself there, but yeah. All right, we want meltdown for sure. I think we want brazen borrower. I think we want price. Do we want price of progress? Maybe. Pyroclasm seems decent. And spell snare. I don't know. Like these are the cards I'm at least considering. Think. What to cut here? Maybe a bauble and a predict. Maybe a force of will. What else? Maybe 2 days on the draw. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. It has a good sideboard card, and we have force. We're missing a threat. But let's see if we can get there. So, I'm not sure what I would force on turn 1. Probably I would force an Aether Vial. Not sure if I would force anything else. If they play Mom on turn 1, we can bolt her. If they play a Sentinel, we can just bolt it later. Okay, there's Sentinel. Sentinel Prime. So let's cast this bauble and pay the troll tax. I could have waited, I suppose, but ooh, Wasteland. Rude. Question is, if we just do we just give them the bolt here? Give them the extra card. Nah, I think we're going to cast Dargon's Rage Chandler and pass. And with this one in play, actually, let's have a look here. Do we get a land here? We do. So we will have land. Yeah, I'm gonna let this happen. And what do they draw? What do they take? Meek Stone. Okay. That's a blast from the past. Okay, here comes the Sentinel. Let's draw the Flooded Strand and the Mental Misstep. Mental Misstep is Mental Misstep. I keep saying that. Minor Misstep. I think I'm gonna give them the card because I want to Minor Misstep that thing, the Meek Stone, and then I want to be able to like if they have 2 artifacts coming down next turn, I want to force both of them, or at least force one of them, or counter one of them, and it'll be the Meek Stone, and then I can Pyroclasm away the Ingenious Smith. I could just Pyroclasm now, but that's a bad trade for me, I think. Let's target you. Let's not pay. Congrats, you get a card. Hopefully I'll get to predict at some later point in my life to recoup that card disadvantage. Okay, I'm gonna put that into the graveyard. And I'm gonna pass. I suppose I could have offered up the trade here, but nah, not interested. Wasteland. Stoneforge Mystic. I think I'm going to Force of Will. Stoneforge Mystic. I want more lands now. And there is a land which I can't keep if I'm going to minor misstep the Meekstone, which I am. Which I assume they're going to play here. But they could, I guess, waste me. Okay, getting their attack in. Makes me think they're not playing the Meekstone. So I think the play here is to not move. It sucks if they can then, again, if they can drop 2 artifacts, but we can at least counter the Meekstone. Alright. Interesting game, this. Okay. So the artifact land makes this big. Let's hope they only have the Meekstone to add to this. I guess Meekstone kind of is a non-bow with this. Okay, so they are not going to play anything here, so I'm going to predict. Okay. Let's do this. Hopefully this will be delirious by the time I get my turn. This stays on top, so I'm not getting delirious right now. Let's name predict. So there is just no getting delirious here. I wonder, there's the old Tarmogoyf thing, where if you lightning bolt the Tarmogoyf, then by the time the damage is on the creature, the bolt is in the graveyard, and I am just missing sorcery here, right? So I think this theoretically should work, but then the issue becomes the actual Meekstone. Then they're free to play it. Ugh, come on. Need one more land. Yeah, I don't think we want the Meekstone in play, truth be told. So we really do want to... Okay. That dies. Splat. And they're not going to play the Meekstone when I have no creatures, so we really just need to hit a land here. Okay, I'm going to Spell Snare that one. I take 2 more, drop to 9. And land? Okay, land is good. Land lets us cast Murktide. Or do we maybe... No. I think let's kill this Smith while we have the chance before they draw like another Ancient Den. Maybe this will incentive... Come on. Never mind. I was going to say maybe this will incentivize them to play the Meekstone, but I guess not. Grindstone. Okay, I'm going to take my value here while I can, also just to not get like blown out by a painter some way down the line. Oh, and they had the Ancient Den. I was like, what was that? Okay, so their hand is Meekstone. Excellent. Well, we have Meltdown and we have, what do you call it? We have that other thing, the Brazen Borrower, to remove a Meekstone. We can also maybe just eventually get a 1919 dragon. Hang on, let's make sure that we do the thing that we can do with the thing, if you know what I mean. Where we, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 in the graveyard. I'm just going to remove 1. And so the trick is to keep as many as possible for future friends. So like they can play Meekstone, but the thing about Meekstone is it doesn't stop the Alpha Strike. Search your artifact for an artifact. Search your library for an artifact card with manually 1+ sacrifice. So, okay, so they can sacrifice this no, they not sacrifice this. They can sacrifice a land to get a 1-drop. So that's like a really, really good one. Okay, let's ponder. Let's not draw these and never flip them. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna plump down the second big boy. I'll make the first one into a 9/9 and this one into an 8/8. If we get a fetch land, we can grow each of them with 2, which will make them into like big enough for lethal. But they can, I don't know if they can like get a flying artifact into jump block. Oh, it would activate only as sorcery. Okay, that's it's kind of nasty. So they get to like machine gun wasteland us. That's fair. There's the Meekstone. So, okay, what's this? So eventually they will get, they will be able to get Painter with this guy. Right now they can get like Grindstone, yeah, and then next turn they can get Painter by sacking the Meekstone. So we are on a short clock here. Lightning Bolt? Yeah, we're just dead. If they see the line. I don't think there's anything we can do here. I'm gonna play the Dragon's Rage Channeler. And pass. I'll just let them show us that they have another painter. Be kind of surprised if they didn't have at least 2. Yep, Wasteland. So what do you sack here? I mean, if they have the second painter, they just, I guess they have to respect Lightning Bolt, but then they could just Wasteland my Steam Vents right now and then do this in their second main phase. So, yep, there's painter. Gonna float red. Now they just go to the second main and activate this, or do it in our upkeep. That's also a chance, or a choice. No, they would have to do it now if they believe I have Bolt. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Well played. Okay, so I think maybe we do want like the Dazes and the Last Force. And maybe not the Spell Snare. No, the Spell Snares are good though. Let's cut a Predict and a Bobble and another. Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe 1 Spell Snare is fine. Yeah. This is a cool deck. I'm not sure how best to sideboard against it, but let's try with this. So I'm gonna run into the I am gonna fetch basic. I was thinking maybe I didn't want to do that, but let's do that just to have our base set up. And all right, I am gonna take the Meltdown because that is like the best spell in my deck. It sucks to have to draw another land sitting on 3 in hand already, but I think it's worth it. There's the old mom. It's not really so nice to have to play against her right now without removal or daze or anything. Yep. So if they just grow the smith real big, we can't do anything. And well, Ancient Den is good. That'll die to the meltdown, but still, like, does feel a little bit weak for us to not be able to remove creatures now. There's Pyroclasm, so do I get them to commit another creature? I would kind of like that to the Pyroclasm. But like if they can cast another artifact here, then the smith is outside of Pyroclasm range, so maybe that was dumb. Okay. So that was decent. Do you have Cauldra? Is that the kind of deck you are too? Batterskull. Oh, even worse. Okay, so I'm gonna actually hang on. Let's say we find Bolt here. That would be the bee's knees, as the kids say. That's not Bolt. Neither of those cards are Lightning Bolt. Let's let's Pyroclasm now. I think we can deal with the germ token later on. We have bounce spells. We can put a huge Murktide in front of it just to chump block. They have Cauldra already in hand. That's like that's a whole different story. I guess we'll learn now if they activate this. I think I will minor misstep the old Mother of Runes. I think I will take a Ponder off of Mystic Sanctuary. Mother of Runes is just like really annoying to play against. Okay, so they don't have Cauldra. That's something at least. We draw our Ponder, we cast it. There's Lightning Bolt. It's a little late to the party, but on the other hand, it's not terrible. Yeah, let's draw Lightning Bolt, and then we can decide later on if we want to keep open the open the Murktide, like if we want to draw the Murktide. I mean, of course. Let's go like this. We get a 5/5. And I think I am going to bolt the Stoneforge, because if I don't, then if with one more mana, they can just keep open protection for the Batterskull and reset it, which we don't want. Do you have removal for my guy? I guess like next turn we could also just hardcast Meltdown for X equals 5. Yeah, I mean, I kind of dig that. I think that's the play here. We give up on the second Murktide, but we have or the third Murktide rather. Okay, how about that? They lose Hope, they lose Batterskull, they lose Ancient Den. Oh, right, that's how that works. Well, that's a problem then, because now they get to do the Oswald Fiddlebender thingy and sack Hope. Yeah, completely blanked on that being a legendary creature. What else is in their hand? Okay, I lose my I lose my Murktide. That's unfortunate. Or no? Is that like... Oh, mana value 2 or less. Okay. Never mind. I thought that was just like plow. Okay. So they have 1 plus the sacrificed artifacts value. So they can't find Grindstone right now. But if they find another Ancient Den, then they can. Which I think is just a risk we will have to take. Let's put in another Murktide. And hope we're not dead. So we are dead. We're dead to Ancient Den. Okay, so they do block. That makes me think they don't have... Oh, that's just because it's free like that. Okay, fine. So we're still just dead if they have Ancient Den here. Well, do you have Ancient Den? Or I suppose if they haven't shown us any other zero cost artifacts like Petal or Chrome Mox, so we'll see. Crucible. Okay, so now they replay Ancient Den, and then next turn they can Grindstone. Sure. They could get Meekstone here if they want, but that seems like... I guess they could Meekstone and then just like replay Ancient Den next turn because of Crucible. So I need something good. Okay, Portable Hole. Right, so any removal spell on Hope of Girper and they lose? Any removal spell? Guys, that's not any removal spell. Okay. So they take 7 and then they untap and kill us, I think, is the writing on the wall here. There's the Ancient Den. Another Oswald. What is the plan here? Why would you cast that? I'm sure there's a reason, but I would love to find out why. Okay. It's Grindstone, yes. Just show me the mana. Wow. What? Not sure I'm understanding completely what's going on here, but I get another turn. And if I can draw Bolt here, that would be really good. Of course not. No. Okay. And we have... Oh, that's frustrating, but I do feel like I shouldn't have been given this long to live, though, right? I mean, why would they play this guy? But in either case, they get to kill us now. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Let's paint. Or let's daze this painter, rather. See if we can get them to pay for it. It would make 0 sense, but all things have happened that have made no sense. Yeah, alright. GG's opponent. And that's it. Well. Yeah, I'm not sure. That felt less than optimal. That league, but I'm not sure that I want to necessarily lay very much blame on the deck. I think, at least versus the two Jeskai control decks, it was pretty bad. on my part to play so aggressively into those several Supreme Verdicts. And I do feel like the spell snare never really paid off, so maybe that was just me overthinking things. But I'd be very interested to hear what you think. Like, is spell snare not a playable card? Am I just am I off on that? Or what do you think? And yeah, I think that's probably it. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you back for some more Legacy. Bye bye.